Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, today is the day. If you are one of those players that have been waiting for a nice, easy to play on map, which looks really quite good, and is going to be great for a big city, probably an American grid city style build, we have got that for you today. So settle back and just enjoy the ride. The map does have one very clear problem with it, and it holds the map back a lot, but it isn't something that I think is going to stop the average player, where you do have the bulldozer or you have the move it tool if you're playing with mods. It's not going to be really a map that stops you from playing it. It does look and feel really good. So hang on to your hats. We're going to do this review after 3, after 2, actually after this really Oh, that's right, clicking that like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for your support. Today's map is Cape Dragonhead by Simblas. Now, Simblas we have done in the past 6 times, and the last time was a seal of approval map. Let's have a little look at that start square, shall we? Yeah, you can already see the problem. Yeah, just a little bit around that area. There's your terrain heights. It's very flat. It's an easy map for builders, this one. And then your resources are good and strong as well. So if you're looking to do anything with resources, you are absolutely good to go. Fishing map looks like that if you have Sunset Harbour. Yep, there's nothing really too much wrong with that either. No tuna, but do you have to have tuna? Whatever. Okay, off to the workshop. What do we need? Well, it's a mass transit map. You will need mass transit for this one. We've got a few things to subscribe to, including the Yakitorian Tropic theme and the Clara Lut. We've got a bridge, Fine Road Anarchy. I'd always recommend that. I don't think it's really essential. Don't think you absolutely need it on this map. Maybe, possibly, to connect your roads. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those mods. If you're going to have mods, you're going to have Fine Road Anarchy, you're going to have Move It, you're going to have, there are a few mods that are absolute essentials, and I would definitely recommend both of those. Right, okay, down to ground level, let's tell you about Simblas's history. We've got, oh hang on, we do have, let me show you, we do have a trench alongside the highway here, and the first sign of problem with trees will be along this trench, where we'll see a tree that's actually growing out of the concrete. But I like the idea of running the trench alongside, like as a flood drain, because it does look like a floodable area to me. Yeah, 6 times in the past, 620, 677, 789, 816, 1051 and 1061 are the 6 times we have reviewed Simblas in the past, where they got 10, 11, then 9, which should have been higher, but they scored the 1 star for gameplay potential, so that was an oopsie shot in the foot, I feel. Then 11 and 11, and then last time round it was 12. Oh, there's your first tree. Last time round we got 12 stars and the seal of approval. Episode 1061, do check that one out if you like Simblas's work. Very strong map. We've got some really nice looking intersections with no pillars. We do have a one clipping street lamp right there. I haven't seen one of those for a while. So it's good to see the return of the clipping street lamp. We've got a really nice looking reservoir going on here with the way that the pillars have been put onto these seawalls, and it just looks really very nice indeed. And the pillars, we've got they're the brick pillars, which kind of matches the seawalls as well. I think that's a very nice touch. Kind of matches, but not an exact match. You may have noticed we did have a little bit of a ground glitch going on down there. So yeah, there is that to clean up. We've got one over this side which matches. Maybe you could just cut that out and dump it in upside down over the other side, if the game worked like that, of course. Okay, yeah, so now we're heading down in, well, we are in Start Square territory, not heading into, we are in Start Square territory now. And then, well, you're going to notice we've got a little bit of floating foliage here. I don't think I've seen floating foliage like that before. But, yeah, well done. That's simple. There's always a first. There's always a first. And then we have trees. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of trees in the Start Square intersection. Again, nothing that the bulldozer or the move it mod won't fix, but they are there, they are interfering a little bit, and they are in the way and visually unappealing, and they do drag down into the start square down the highway there. But yeah, that's where you're going to start build. Look at that. Look at that. That says build into me. That's what that says to me anyway. So yeah, build into me. So we will leave that to the city builder. We're not going to do any building today. We'll have a look at a very nice asset of the day, though, from one of old friend of the show, today's creator, old friend of the show. I don't know if you remember back to Skylines Talk. Skylines Talk, my old interview show, long before certain other people, were doing interviews with. I mean, even the official Skylines channel has been doing interviews with creators. But long before they did, I was there. And I had today's asset creator on the show. Really interesting fellow. Really interesting fellow. Definitely worth checking out my Skylines Talk playlist. I spoke to quite a few very interesting people on there, including, of course, the infamous Bloody Penguin interview, where nobody knew anything about them. And I managed to track them down. And they very kindly appeared. Considering that English was very much a second language, they did very well. Very well to appear on the show, so good shout out to them. And we had Biffa, even Biffa. What a great guy, Biffa, helping me out on what was then a tiny little channel. What 1,000, 2,000 subscribers, and then of course the big break, Fresh Popcorn, him as well. It all happened. It all happened. But yes, we had a lot of great creators, the Ivanias of this world, and so yeah, King Leno, but before he was a king, when he was just a prince. Oh, had such great time. Anyway, the highways and the rails, not really much for me to say. There is a separate second highway, and we do have the rail, which is apart from the encroaching foliage. I think it's a good shape for the map, and it just lays itself out for being a big city build. Do you not think? I think so. I mean, it's slightly less inspiring over here because it's so bland and so open, but I can see how that would work. As a big grid city, maybe that's what you want. Anyway, good looking map, some very strong standards, one minor grumble, and shipping routes to follow, and the shipping routes are very strong too. Cape Dragonhead. More after this short message. Come on, Zack, let's hear your voice.
Fed up with vanilla or ploppable parking lots in your city? Wondering what Bonnie Day's Parking Lots Roads is all about? Then you need BonBonB's Parking Lots tutorial. Click the information button below.
Or above, Zack, or above. Shipping routes back at Cape Dragonhead by Simblas. And as I said, shipping routes are as strong as you would want them to be. We've got the old shipping triangle there, and then the shipping route will then follow what is actually a trench. It's been dredged out so the ships can follow through here without any problems at all, under the big old bridge. Everybody loves a big old bridge. We're not even going to look at the big old bridge today, really. We've even got a little shipping triangle going on here so that it can all go up in towards that little harbour area. And then the oopsie. We haven't got a shipping triangle here, and yes, it's deep in the fog, but I've already witnessed a couple of ships doing a sharp turn there. So depending on how you play, well, if you play with the fog switched off, then you are going to see some weird shipping action over there. But other than that, I would say the shipping routes are exactly spot on perfect. So all good. Water flow is a little bit weak. If you are looking for moving water, you might want to put in a spawn point or two yourself. But we do have access to the water in the reservoir, which is a separate entity pretty much, because of the old the dam going on there. So yes, you probably can pump and draw without any pollution. Okay, the trees. I like the shape of the forests. Considering it's a very simplified map, I don't know about this so much. I don't feel that this really fits with the... because that's, Neolithic or something, and it just doesn't really feel like it would be there. I think it's been put in just because they could, and there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't take away from the map, it just doesn't really fit with me on this particular map. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm wrong, I'm wrong, I'm wrong, I'm wrong. This is your separate highway entrance. Again, we've got some tree issues going on there, which will give you an extra highway entrance exit over that side of the map as well. But look at all that build space. I think that is definitely very enticing. Certainly will be enticing for a lot of people. Now, the beaches. I think the beaches, again, it just has a big Florida kind of feel to it. This, you know, the more I look at it, the more I think big, flat, Florida style build. Got some piers going on, and again, these look like they've been done very well indeed. Quite believable, and even the little bit of foliage we got on the beach, the amount that there is and the style that there is, I would say, yep, that would work as well for me. We come up and around the head of the map over here. We've got another pier with a split head. I've not seen one of these myself, but I think probably in movies or TV shows I've probably seen one of those. And then got some interesting beach shapes going on down here, including a headland with the essential lighthouse and the pier. And it's all been very neatly done as well, so all credit there. Loving the shapes of all of this. And look, we do have this trench which has been dredged out for the ships to follow. And it's very clean and very clear and very... I'm just all good with all of that. The undersea detailing as well with the sand painting is just right, I think. There's a bit of a green tinge to it where the grass is kind of showing through the sand. But to me, that's kind of like that algae, that kind of algae look that you get from pollution or whatever. But no, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. It's fine for me, just about, I think. Anyway, heading over here, we have another central lighthouse. Isn't she lovely? And another pier. It's all good. It's all good. And the tree detailing, the tree selection works really well. And the tree detailing, I think, is on point for this style of map, for the way that it's been done. We've got a little bit of a clunky shoreline around those seawalls, but I think, again, that probably is about the best you're going to get. Certainly, again, works for the map. And we've got a dam there. Now, you're not going to get any power out of that dam. There isn't any height difference, but it will separate out the pollution from from the poop in the reservoir, if that's where you're going to pump the poop. You can pump the poop somewhere. Anyway, start square, lots of build space, and lots of room for a big old double asset. Yep, this isn't one, this is two assets. This is the Puerta de Europa, Madrid by Armesto. One is the east version, one is the west version. I'm not going to try and do the Spanish for each of those. But yes, links are in the description, and then you can place each one manually. I guess you could even use Move It to create some sort of cross shape, just if you want to be a bit creative. And factoids, because factoids. Charles the Bald was the grandfather of Charles the Simple. Both were rulers of France. I've got to say, I love some of the names of the rulers of the ye old days. I think my favourite of the in England is probably still Ethelred the Unready. That's inspiring, isn't it? What's your name, King? Oh, I'm not really ready. Oh, that's perfect then. Anyway, Puerta de Europa, Madrid by Armesto. Today's double assets of the day. Perfectly done, but what would you expect from Armesto? Thanks very much, buddy. Great work as always. And so back to the map as a whole. Do you know what? I'm almost tempted to build on this. It's just those trees. There's just a lot of trees, but it is very easy to fix. I mean, fixing it is what it's all about in it, I think. Yeah, just getting it just right for your personal tastes. How about here? Yeah. Right. Okay. What do you think of today's map? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewers' Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Click the I button now in the top right hand corner of your screen. It will take you to the voting page where you can vote for free with a Facebook, Gmail, Apple, or even a free Patreon account. Right, okay. What do I think of today's map? Well, aesthetically, do you know what? I really like this. I think the theme and LUT, and I'm not even a big Clay LUT fan normally. Regulars will know that. But I think it really works on this one. Certainly anything with this kind of like tropical vibe works very nicely indeed. I think overall I want to go 4 stars. I'm going to go lowish end of 4 stars. There's a lot of trees, and it's kind of a little bit boring because it's flat. But no, do you know what? Yeah, lowish 4. I'm going with that. Detailing, I want to, but I can't go 4 stars because there was just so many little things to fix. But high 3. Standards are strong. Gameplay, pretty well playable. Too many trees to remove to get a 5 stars, so I'm going to go for a medium-low 4 stars for gameplay. So yeah, that for me is definitely a map that's going to fit a perfect niche. Cape Dragonhead by Simblas. If you're looking for that big city build, as I said before, big city build on a map that's not really going to let you down, that just needs a little bit of fixing here and there, that is the one. But yeah, had there not been any trees on those roads, that was seal of approval. That's how close things can get. Anyway, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing. If you're still here, you're part of the 20 and out elite. Use the words of the day into the comments to score yourself some population points just for fun. And I will be back tomorrow with another map. Yep. And it's going to be the Patreon BonBonB Buddy map. So I wonder what they've voted for this week. Let me check. All right.